Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. Get yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a cup of coffee, put your feet up, get yourself comfy, and we have got a treat for you today. This is a little bonus, little tarot chat, but we have got the beautiful Willow Grace Astrology with us today to talk about the astrology while I talk about the tarot, and we're going to combine them both. So, can I say a huge welcome to Willow Grace? Please make her welcome. Hi, Patricia.
How are you? And thank you for hosting this. I'm super excited to be collaborating with you today and sharing and combining the two because we know that tarot is astrology, numerology, and symbolism to tell a story about them.
It absolutely
Yeah.
is so right. I mean, we combine so many different factors when we do in this work. But as many of you will know, and I keep telling you, I'm not an astrologer, I know a little bit. And when I need to learn something, I go to my favorite astrologer. And Willow Grace is my latest favorite astrologer purely because I understand what she's talking about. And some of the others, I love them to bits, but I don't always understand them because I don't know enough about astrology, and they're talking about conjunctions and squares and things, and I have no clue. Whereas Willow Grace always explains what it means. So that's why I am drawn to her, and also hugely spiritual. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about the key parts of astrology for the next week or two?
Absolutely. We are coming off of a really difficult week. I'm sure that everybody has been feeling it. We've had many planets that are pushing us to planets will make things easier, and then sometimes they put us into uncomfortable positions in order to shake us up and wake us up. And this energy of this last week was a confronting shadow, confronting where we have been too complacent and pushing for, I have to change. I cannot move forward with this anymore. We have the planet of Neptune, which makes things it's blurry and foggy, but it can also be dreamy of, I dream of this, I want to do this, and it can dissolve. And we have other planets, Saturn has the rings around it, and it's about boundaries and respecting my boundaries, respecting your boundaries. And so all of these planets are working together to say, I need to be focused on me and my journey. And my journey is not about what fills my pocket, it's what fills my soul and where am I aligned. And so things are going to be getting easier, but we first have to go through the difficult until we make decisions, and then we push through to the moving forward with ease and grace, the adaption.
Well, that sounds about right for this week, certainly. But we also got a lot of power this week because we've got the solstice and we've got something big going on the 22nd. What's that about?
So the sun is going to be switching signs, and every single time it does, the sun represents our identity, our energy, everything about our how we present ourselves. And every single month going into a new sign, it ushers in the energy of that. And so we have just had Jupiter move into the sign of Cancer, where it's going to stay for a year. So Jupiter, think of it as the Santa Claus of the zodiac. It's abundance, it's happiness and joyful, and it wants to expand upon all those topics in that area of your life. And for everybody, it's different according to your rising sign. That's why I always say, watch the astrology for your rising sign. Well, when the sun comes into Cancer also, it's going to merge its energy. And with that, it will expand upon everything that you want to do. What do you want to launch? What do you want to do? It's about security and home and family because it's Cancer energy. Cancer is nurturing and caring and emotional and in tune to your feelings. It's literally a time of we come into alignment and say, this is why I was having not a breakdown, but a breakthrough to move forward. My soul needs this. And everybody should be expecting that and looking forward to it. It'll be a beautiful, positive thing.
Oh, that sounds great. I mean, I've noticed the
Thanks.
difference in myself as a Virgo. Mars is in Virgo or going into Virgo or something. I've had more drive this week because Mars is all about drive and action. I mean, I always, do my work anyway and work quite hard, but I've just had this inspired mojo, loads of energy, get this done. I've been more productive in the last 24 hours than I've been probably in the last 2 weeks. It's just feel that energy coming through because so many people, as you say, have been really needing the change to move forward, but haven't necessarily had the energy or the drive to move it forward. So now as the sun goes into Cancer and then the summer solstice, winter solstice for my people down under, but everything is shifting and that drive is going to start happening. So it feels to me when I feel into the energy, a little bit like stacking up against a brick wall and the pressure building, building, building. And then all of a sudden the wall breaks and there's the push through, the breakthrough. Right, the brakes are off. We can go now. So it's interesting to see what tarot cards will come up as we look at this energy. Let me pull a few and let's see what comes up. And then I want you to dive into the astrology that is related to the messages that are coming through. Okay. I haven't got the down camera, guys, okay, because I'm on Zoom instead of the normal thing that I use so that I can talk to the lovely Willow Grace. So you'll have to just have my face instead of the camera on the table. Sorry, it is what it is. Okay. All righty. Oh, well, look at this. We've got the
Oh,
Wheel of Fortune. I want to pull three. So let me get three out for you. So we're looking at the energy for the coming week or two. And they're saying let it be fluid. We've also got the moon and we've got the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is, of course, boundaries. And this is what the lovely Patty is talking about with Saturn. Saturn is about our boundaries. So what we've got here, the messages coming through for the collective, by the way, I didn't tell you that. Sorry, it's not per sign. This is kind of the general energy, okay? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is timing. This is new chapters, new beginnings, karma. The wheel is turning in your favor because don't forget, it's the Wheel of Fortune. The clue's in the title there. It's fortunate. And that was, what planet was that that's fortunate? I like the Santa Claus analogy, by the way.
yeah, it's Jupiter. Jupiter is the Santa Claus of the zodiac. It gives you, it offers abundance and blessings, shows up. So I explain every planet as if we were having a party. And Jupiter is the one that comes in and brings the hostess a gift and is talking to everybody, and everybody's happy to be around him because it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So Saturn would be the grumpy old man in the party, would he?
Saturn is the one who's keeping everybody on track and is everything taken care of. Literally, the rings around Saturn, I think about it as the fence around your yard. Saturn represents karma and time. Just the fact that we are talking about Saturn does not give anything ever. Jupiter does. Saturn says you have to earn it. And then there's that good job. Now keep going. I expect more. I expected this of you. So perfect for the wheel.
It is perfect for the wheel. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got a new karmic cycle. We've got new energy coming in that is fortunate. So we're coupling that with the moon. And of course, when is it full moon, new moon? But the solstice, I always think of the moon with the solstice.
We just had, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So we just had, we are still in, if I could go back to your Wheel of Fortune card for just a hot second. Jupiter is in a square with Saturn right now. That is the uncomfortable feelings that everybody is working through. Jupiter says, I need to push past this, and Saturn says, we have to have some kind of limitations, pull back. And that's where the karma comes in. Do I move forward? Do I pull back? Where do I go from here? And so I absolutely love that for that card. And then we just had this next new moon will be in the sign of Cancer, which adding it to it will be 1 degree away from Jupiter. So whatever new seeds that everybody is planting, fresh starts, clean slates, new beginnings, Jupiter will expand upon it. And so I always remind everybody if you're putting your new moon intentions out there, always end it with for my best and highest good. because I've received things that I've asked for that I should have put some type of a limitation on because I didn't realize the ramifications of.
Yeah, oh, I've done that. I have done that as well. I always say to people, use that the few words after any manifestation if it's in my highest good, which is basically giving the universe permission to cancel that order if it's going to backfire on you. All right. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So, I put up on Friday the collective reading for the next week. This is a bonus reading coming in advance as well. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we guarantee this new cycle is happening. We then have the moon. So we are looking here at what is hidden. Where's the intuition? How do you feel about it? The moon is all about your feelings, your emotions. It's about tapping into what does your higher self think about it? What does your heart think about it? What does your physical body think about it? And remember that your physical body is your best friend and it's incredibly intuitive and intelligent, and it will tell you if you ask it and if you listen. And sometimes the answer is quiet. So you can ask yourself, how do I feel about this change? And then feel into the body. And if you get that clench, if you get that tightness, if you get that flutter, there's your body telling you. If you feel excitement, your body's saying, oh, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's do it. If you feel that fear and you feel the clench wanting to constrict and pull you back, then you're going to gently, compassionately question it. But we can also use the moon to release it, to allow it to come up and come out, to free you, to move forward into your best life. So, what we're being asked to do here in this new cycle, this new chapter with the Wheel of Fortune, is step into your feelings, step into your intuition, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and trust it and allow it to move on out and move on through, and look at your boundaries. The Seven of Wands is really standing up for yourself and what's important for you and to you. And it's saying that, look, even if other people come up against me, because those six wands are battling him, they're coming up against him, they're pushing back, and he's standing his ground. So this is you saying, this is what I'm going to do. This feels right for me. You might not like it, and that's okay. I'm doing it anyway. You're holding the courage of your convictions, and it takes courage. It takes determination. And that energy of I am doing this, I am creating this, and I am not backing down and turning around and going back the other way. I've come too far. And that's the Wheel of Fortune. I've come too far. That wheel is done. That back door is closed. We've only got one way to go now, and that's forward. Yeah. So let's find out a little bit more. I want to take one of these. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. All the cards I use are linked below, okay, along with my books and my events and all the exciting, lovely stuff. Okay. All right. So from this deck, truth be told, number 14, that's a five. Fives are about change, and sometimes they can be a little bit uncomfortable. So within those boundaries that we've got with that Seven of Wands, we are being asked to step into our truth, okay? Now, the owl there represents your higher self, your higher mind, your wisdom. And that window being wide open is I'm ready to air and share everything I feel, everything I want. I'm ready to share it with myself first, the universe second, and then people third, if at all. All right. But we are sharing our truth. And sometimes it's really important to speak that truth. The mask is dropped. So this is when we're saying, how are you? Fine. Are you really fine? No, not really. I'm bored. I'm frustrated. I'm stagnant. I'm getting nowhere. I'm frustrated. Right. Let's own it. Let's be truthful about it. And then we can ask the questions, what needs to change? And then we take the action to make those changes. So, what's the astrology saying about this then?
You are so spot on because Mars has just moved into the sign of Virgo. Mars, visualize a warrior, somebody who is ready to go to battle and they're impulsive. They think, they act first, think later. And so, but in the sign of Virgo, Virgo represents details. It also represents self-care and it represents self-preservation and It's how can I be of service to you? If we look at Virgo as I want to support you, I want to help you, and take care of myself, if I do that to the detriment of, and I don't nurture myself, the the lower vibration, the other side of Virgo is um, indentured servant or slavery. I am doing things and people are not appreciating it. And so I believe that the last card and the other oracle card is I have to be my best advocate. I have to take care of my mental, spiritual, emotional, psychological health and well-being. I have to prioritize time for self-care. That's what Virgo is. Virgo says, get organized, but first align with self before I can take care of anybody else. And Mars is here to say, let's take action. I cannot put this on the back burner anymore. Those cards are all in alignment with everything that's going on in the universe. I love them.
Absolutely. And so, if you're just tuning in now, watching this, thinking, oh, this is for Virgo. No, it's because Mars has moved into Virgo. How long's Mars going to be there?
So the reason that this one is so important is because Mars has been in Cancer or Leo since last fall, because we had Mars in retrograde. Mars is generally a very fast planet, so we know it's going to be here for the next 4 or 5 weeks. So we are just starting this new chapter, and then it's going to start zipping through every single sign. Think of it as what you are initiating now in the sign of Virgo. Then it will move into Libra, and that's when you are going to find a healthy balance between the two of us, between people. And then it'll move into Scorpio. So each time that Mars moves into a different sign, it takes whatever you're initiating and uh, continues on with that for the next chapter, for the
Moves it
next,
into the next level. That makes so
yeah.
much sense. So when we're looking at this, particularly because what Patricia was saying there is we're moving. We've got Mars in Virgo, which is action, and the downside is you can burn out and you can give too much. You can be the sacrificial lamb. You're doing it at your detriment. For
Mhm.
those of you who've read my books, I've done chapter after chapter about putting your boundaries up and not looking for and seeking approval from others at your detriment. You've got to do you, and you don't need other people's approval. And that's what this is saying. The Seven of Wands says, you might not agree with me, but this is what's right for me, and I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it in a loving way because it's a Virgo energy. I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm supporting, but not if it's killing me. Yeah, not if I'm exhausted, not if I haven't got any money because I keep bailing you out. It's all about making sure you're looking after you. So we're in this speak your truth energy, guys. Okay. And this new chapter is about speaking your truth, holding your ground, trusting that intuition, feel the feelings, and then speak it out. Okay. All right. Is there anything else that we want to know about upcoming energies that will be significant for the collective over the coming weeks?
So the next new moon, that's going to be the most important if they're ready to put out intentions or to plant the seeds and get things out there. The next most important date will be July 7th, and the last of our outer planets is going to be shifting signs, and that's Uranus. Think about Uranus as a maverick. Uranus is shock and surprise and electric and does not follow any rules, no rules whatsoever, and does what it wants. And it's here to give freedom and liberation wherever it is in your chart. And it's been in Taurus. And so think about the Earth and wanting to have freedom. And so it's been shaking up things that are earth centered. So that would be our government, our schools, our medical, literal land. And so it has to work harder to shift these things in order to create the change because it says, look, you've been doing the same thing with the government for so long. We need change. And if that means chaos, then that's what happens. It's in order to bring the liberation from the old, what we've been doing when it moves into the sign of Gemini. Gemini is an air sign. So think about the airwaves. email, phone, text, or the wires, like the like literal electric wires. Uranus is a lightning bolt. And when Uranus goes from trying to move the ground to electric, it moves quick, fast, and disperses in many different directions all at the same time. It's scattered. Gemini is the duality, the two. And so at that time, it'll be there for 8 years. It will bring scientific revelation. It will bring amazing things for AI. Like it will take it. The goal is to take what's the mundane and make it easier for us. The difficult that goes along with it is we don't know what's fact and what's real. Like AI is going to get really good and we're not going to know, is that a real person or is this a computer generated? There could be more scams. The technology is going to move so quickly. This is about people being able to speak to other people without having the same language, without there will be technological advancements of forms of communication because it's ruled by Mercury. And so Mercury is thoughts and ideas and travel. And so it's going to advance everything. But everybody should notice on that day, huge, just a huge shift in their lives of, and look at the news to see what advances happened.
Okay, and this
Yeah.
is the 7th of July.
Yeah, it's coming up fast. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that is good to know. And I did notice on Wednesday there was a post that I saw. I haven't verified it. There was a post I saw saying that 12 hours ago there was the biggest solar flare that we've had in decades, and that we're going to be feeling this huge solar flare for the next week or so. So that's interesting too. All right, then let's finish off with some angel messages and let's see how these play into the astrology, because I always like to close off a reading with some angel messages. So let's see what we have got here. All right. Moving towards the light, and we've just talked
Mm.
about those solar flares. All right, so here we go. Here's this guide, hand on the shoulder, showing you this new path, this bridge over the river there. So being helped over the difficult obstacles, being given help to get where you want to be. And look at the abundance, the cornucopia, the beautiful colors, the light. We're moving more and more into the light. We've been talking about this for decades, about this new energy, this new light, the way we're moving towards the golden age. We know this is happening, and all these big shifts are all part of it. And astrology and numerology play into it. So, talk to me, Patricia, about this light that is coming in.
So the planets rotate one way on our charts, and the nodes go the opposite. The nodes are actually points that are based off of the moon. So think about every single time we have an eclipse. The eclipses are based on a new moon and a full moon, and they run in cycles of 18 months. And for starting last, 6 months ago, we had our first eclipse in the series of Pisces energy. The north node is the direction in which we're going, and the south node is in Virgo. So it's how do I incorporate where I've been to where I'm going? Pisces energy is bringing everybody together. Pisces energy, remember, it wants to dissolve what is around us in order to bring about enlightenment. It is literally we will be leaving some people, places, and things behind and raising our vibration to find our tribe, to find our connection, to find people who share the same beliefs as we do in order to connect our message with them. And it doesn't have to be like blood family or passed down. It is raising our connections to people, places, and things, and it doesn't have to be close by. Pisces energy is beautiful and it's watery and it's psychic and it's the last sign of the zodiac. And so it's becoming that I'm a drop and you're a drop, and in the ocean, it's all the same. I like we are all the same. And then we have to incorporate where we've come from, the Virgo energy of rigidity and the OCD and the tendency of martyrdom, and how do we take self-care and not say selfish, but say self-preservation. And this is what my body and my soul needs. This is literally connecting to divine source, whatever you believe in. It's being in alignment. And so that card is perfect for where we're going.
Yeah, it is. So we're moving towards the light, and it might feel uncomfortable. And at times we might feel like we're walking through darkness, but we are shifting. So we are in this new cycle. We are moving. The boundaries are important. The self-care is important. The connections with each other are growing and strengthening in different ways, leaving some people behind, moving towards new people. And there's been a huge emphasis all of this year in all of my readings on community and being able to really examine, does this community help me, support me, hinder me, hold me back, restrict me, grow me? What is it doing? Or don't I have a community at all and I'm in hermit mode because I just needed that time to actually get to know me and really build a relationship with me. And now I'm ready to come back out of my hermit cave and connect in a different way, in a different light. So that is what we have for you as a message from the both of us. I hope it was hugely helpful. Join me in thanking the beautiful Patty from Willow Grace Astrology. Her links are below. The link to her channel and her website will be below. Do pop over there and subscribe to her channel and let us know if you would like more of these, because if enough of you ask for it, maybe we'll do another one. What do you think, Patty?
I would love to. Thank you.
Oh, brilliant. All right, my lovely people, have an amazing week. I'll be back on Friday with another weekly for the collective. In the meantime, your money and career readings will are more or less all up. There's another couple to go on Monday and Tuesday, then they're all up, and then I will be doing the next tranche of your general guidance. So I will see you then. Until then, be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to the amazing Willow Grace Astrology for being part of this today.
Thank you for having me.